You know, Old Hilltop may soon become brand spanking new.
Yeah, the Maryland Stadium Authority finally weighed in on what to do with Pimlico and the Preakness, okay? WMAR 2 News' Brian Kubler now with the release of a much-anticipated study suggesting a complete teardown and a rebuild of one of the most storied racetracks in the country.
It's about as well known as Secretariat. Old Hilltop is ancient and falling apart. So much so, the Maryland Stadium Authority's much-anticipated study released today says the best course of action is to just tear it down and rebuild.
Well, obviously, given the condition of the facility, we'd like it to happen sooner rather than later.
President of the Baltimore Development Corporation, Bill Cole, is doubling down on that finding. He says it's an obvious option that would keep the Preakness running in Baltimore and connect other revitalization efforts to lift Park Heights.
You add this in, you add the major redevelopment area and Sinai's expansion, and Park Heights suddenly becomes a very, very vibrant place.
But it will come at a very, very high price. This slick new vision with the repositioning of the track, a modern grandstand, and mixed-use year-round facility comes at a $424 million price tag.
This is decades overdue in my opinion, and it's exciting for all the surrounding communities to actually now have some raw numbers.
Councilman Isaac Schleifer, who represents the district, says it's worth the money, that this project is a linchpin for a transformation of Park Heights, likening it to what the Inner Harbor did for downtown. It's unclear how this will get funded, but he says finally having a blueprint allows track ownership, city, and state to move forward.
It's the perfect spot in the city that could really use the infusion. And I think that, we all have to do our part. The city's got to do our part. The state's got to do their part. Stadium Authority, the Jockey Club, I really think that everyone's going to come to the table.
And one of those stakeholders is the governor, who reiterated to WMAR 2 News today that he has always been supportive of keeping the Preakness at Pimlico and will be reviewing this study in the coming days. The new proposed track will actually be slightly shorter, but it is clear it will take every fraction of a tenth of a mile to get this project across the finish line. In Park Heights, Brian Kubler, WMAR 2 News.